Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. In today's video, we are doing a really exciting first impressions review of my Margiela Tabis. If you want to know more about the Margiela Tabi, specifically in the ballerina version, then just keep on watching. If you're new to my channel, hi, my name is Reza. I talk a lot about personal finances and luxury goods, so if you're into that, make sure you're subscribed down below. Okay, I wanted to do my first impressions on these tabis because I feel like there aren't that many reviews out here on YouTube. I feel like there's a couple and they've been from a couple years ago, so I wanted to share my thoughts because I recently bought these shoes that I feel like not a lot of people like, but there are a certain group of people who do like them. So I'll let you guys know about the comfort, the sizing, the price of them, why I decided to buy these, and if I recommend them in this video. These have been around for a very, very long time. I feel like I've seen these initially as a boot. I'm not exactly sure when they brought out the ballerina version, which is just, sorry, it's hard to like show them, which is just this like flat sort of ballerina style shoe, which is very, very trendy at the moment. And obviously it's got the Tabi split toe that you can see over here, and it's also got like a small little bow there as well. I have also seen other versions of this shoe with like a little heel. That one is on my wish list. I kind of want to try them on before I buy it, but I do really, really like those. And then I've also, as I mentioned, seen them in the boot version, and I saw them kind of trending a couple years ago, and I've never actually tried on the Tabis prior to buying them. So I initially thought like that is going to be so uncomfortable with your toe kind of split, and I kind of just put it off my mind because of just initially I thought that they would be very uncomfortable, and the other is obviously they're very, very pricey. I saw these while I think I was still in high school, maybe university, and back then they were just like not even in my price range. So fast forward to 2024, why did I decide to buy the ballerina version? First of all, as I mentioned, didn't even try these on. I ended up purchasing them online on Holt Renfrew's website, and they were a lot cheaper than when I saw them going for on other websites. So at Holt Renfrew, they were retailing for $900, whereas on Essence and all the other sort of websites, they were retailing for like $1,200 or $1,300. And I am a big fan of the ballerina silhouette. I was living in my ballerina flats during the summer, and I wanted to see if these would work for me. So I ordered them just to try on, and I ordered them from Holt's because they were good price, I mean, relative to the market. And I wasn't really expecting to keep the ballerina Tabis. I kind of just wanted to try them on. I did see that they were kind of trending again, and I wanted to try them on. So I was expecting to return these. As soon as I slipped my foot in them, they were just the most comfortable shoe. Like, I can't even explain it to you guys. And I'm talking specifically about the ballerina version. I haven't tried on the boot or the other styles, but this specific version of the Tabi flat is so comfortable. It is made up of all leather, so the inside insole, the top, as well as the bottom, sorry, that's kind of gross. The bottom, as you can see, they are very, very well worn in the past month. The entire shoe is leather, and it's made of this like very soft leather material, and it just molds to your foot perfectly. I slipped them on not wanting to like them, but I ended up falling in love with how comfortable they are. I really like the style. That is another thing I wanted to talk about, is because it is just a black sort of ballerina flat. It's pretty basic, but you see that there's a split toe, which just adds a little bit of an edge to it, like a little bit of something different from a typical ballerina flat. And I really like that. If you know my style is very classic, basic. Like, I gravitate towards a lot of black, whites, grays, and monochrome type of things. And I do have some pops of color, but when I am kind of in that monochrome outfit, I kind of just want to add a little bit of an edge or just something different to what I'm wearing, I would go for these because it just adds a little bit of something to your outfit. So I didn't think I would like the style as much as I do, but it just works seamlessly in my closet. So style wise, like 10 out of 10. I'm so glad I added these, and comfort wise also a 10 out of 10. And I really wasn't expecting that from a comfort level. It just like molds to your feet. Diving deep into the comfort level, I do think you need to make sure that you get the right size. So I initially thought that they would be kind of uncomfortable. I wasn't sure what the leather was going to be like. Sometimes when you have a pair of leather shoes, they might be like a stiffer material, but these are just really, really soft and they do stretch. So leather stretches just generally, and because it is this like really soft leather material, it softens up. Even in the last, let's say, month that I've had it, they just softened up a lot and just stretched and molded to my feet. So I went with my usual 36.5, and I'm so glad that I did. I initially wanted to size up. I didn't want there to be a long break-in process. Like I already wanted the shoe to fit me nicely and I didn't want to get blisters. But when I tried on the 36.5, they were just the perfect fit. Like I wouldn't say that they were snug, but they were definitely like when I'm walking, my heel wasn't popping out. You want to make sure that your feet is perfectly in the shoe and try walking in them. And if your heel is popping out, then that probably means that you need a size down. So my typical shoe size is a 6.5, and I got a 36.5 in these, and they were absolutely perfect. Next, let's talk about the pricing. So I have had my fair share of buying designer shoes, and it's just not gone over very well. Like I have the Gucci loafers that were all the craze, I think back in 2016 or 2017, and those were like $900. At that time, that was the most expensive thing I've ever purchased with my big girl paycheck. And I do still have them to this day, but I don't wear them as often. When I bought them, I'm like, yeah, these are gonna be the shoes that I wear forever. I'm going to pass them down and they're just a classic. And I guess, I don't know, like I guess someone could say that for these as well because they are very well made. Like I do see these lasting a really, really long time. But over the years with those Gucci loafers, I feel like they just like didn't fit my style anymore. So I still do have them, but I don't wear them that often. And ever since then, I'm the type who spends money on quality things, but I also want to make sure that I get my cost per wear out of them. And yeah, I don't know, like I feel like I didn't really get that with my Gucci loafers because I kind of fell out of love with them over the years. And I kind of told myself like, okay, that's the last time I'm going to buy like designer shoes because they just don't seem worth it. And yet I'm sitting here talking about a $900 pair of shoes. I don't really have an explanation. I do think that cost per wear is going to be very crucial with these because I just don't want them sitting in my closet, and that meant that I needed to be able to wear them and they needed to be comfortable. So that is a check there. The pricing on these will vary depending on where you purchase them. So I think Margiela website has them for like around $1,100–$1,200. They might go on sales, especially if you want to grab a different color in these, but I feel like these are worth it for me. They have been in the past month that I have purchased them. I guess it just depends on you and how often you'll wear them. If you can justify the price for yourself. I feel like I've justified it to myself. I wore them all around New York, and you guys know that when you're in New York, you're walking everywhere. Those were my walking shoes in New York, and I had just got them, so I already feel like they are the perfect walking shoe, and there wasn't really a break-in process with these. And yeah, I'm just really glad I bought them. I do think $900 is steep. Since I've purchased these, they have gone up in price on Holt Renfrew. So I went back to see if they still had them on the site, and they still do, but they are like $200 more expensive now. I think they kind of just matched whatever the other retailers were selling them for, which is unfortunate. So I'll have them linked down below anyway. These are the ballerina versions. The other variations that I want in these, because I am eyeing other variations, but not to say I'm going to get anything anytime soon, is, as I mentioned, the ballerina, kind of the one with the heel. I think it's called the new ballerina flat, but it has like a small little round heel, but it looks kind of exactly like this. It just looks really feminine for a shoe that is edgy, if that makes sense. So got my eye on that, but probably won't buy it anytime soon. In terms of the dust bags, I do have them with me here. I feel like you guys, if you've been looking at Margielas, you would have seen the dust bag that it comes in, and I do keep them in the dust bag. So I love that. It comes with 2 dust bags and I just store them like this. So that is my first impressions on my Margiela Tabis. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions for me, please leave them in the comments down below, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.